Hey there everybody again, it's Dicebag, creator of the upcoming expendable card game called Domain, which you can check out at the links in the description. See some of the videos I've done talking about that. But on to the subject, Ultimate Masters, who boy, Wizards has stepped in it again. Oh, what even do you say about this? Let's start with the price. $335.76 per box. That comes out to $14 a pack. How do you... Who wants to spend that much money on a pack? I don't even want to spend 10 bucks on a Master Set pack. That was pushing it already. I mean, what did they start out with? Like, the first Master Set was probably like, what was it, 6 or 8 bucks, something like that? Then they push it up to 10, and now this one's 14? How do you even justify that? It's cardboard. It doesn't cost you any more to print than it... No, in fact, it costs you less to make these than the other sets because most of your artwork is already made. Most of your stuff, your cards are already designed. Your artwork is already made. That's like the majority of your extra printing costs that goes into it. These are cheap for you to manufacture, and you're selling them at exorbitant prices. And why is that? It's because of the secondary market. You're not supposed to acknowledge the secondary market because, you know, that kind of gets you in trouble with kind of gambling laws and stuff like that, acknowledging that your stuff has a actual value on a secondary market like that. But boy, are you guys getting really... gung-ho about pricing your own products based on what the secondary market says. That's ridiculous. Now, I gotta admit, I thought this might be actually decent product because of this. I saw some of the leaks on like a Desolator Magic's YouTube and with this ultimate box topper thing, and you know, this is something I've actually wanted to see for a long time because, as I've said many times before, my local game store is Walmart. In other words, I don't have a local game store. I can't buy boxes locally. Every box I've bought has been online. I've never seen a buy a box promo come through my mail ever. It doesn't happen. You have to buy those locally. So basically, I've been cheated out of the buy a box promos by the fact that I don't have a local game store to buy at. And, you know, I thought if they're going to actually include the promos in the box themselves, well, that's a big plus for me. Maybe I'll even buy a box. The first one since, you know, Ixalan block, because I'm more or less boycotting it compared to what I used to put into this game. Yeah, I used to buy a box from like every set from what, Zendikar up through Ixalan block, at least one box. Then I stopped. Wow. Here's the real thing. The promos aren't even that good. The stuff you get out of these box toppers, all they are is, you know, poorly tweaked card frames with the art blown up slightly. I mean, look at this. It's got a dark type line. Why does it have a dark type line? The name isn't dark. The text box isn't dark, just the type line. And it's not even like more transparent or anything. This is such lazily designed stuff. It's no wonder their masterpieces didn't go over so well. They design these things so lazily. Like, you look at the expeditions, the borders on those sucked. They were boring. They were brown and boring, and they didn't have anything going for them. Plus, most of those lands had big old text boxes that covered the quote-unquote full art versions of the cards. So they weren't really full art. I mean, you compare it to stuff like Pokemon, which actually has full art cards. They don't have big old text boxes covering up half the card. They actually, you know, take the text out and just have it free floating on the actual picture, the art, the full art. That's why they're full art. Not just because they have faded out artwork underneath a vaguely transparent text box. And most of these things aren't even, they're not even really, what do you say? They're pointless. Like, does this look that much better? And it's got the dark text box, which is kind of stupid. The sides of it bleed out. It's blown up slightly larger, so his head is touching the top of the frame, which that's one of the things they'll tell you not to do if you take any kind of design class, is take someone's head in the artwork and jam it right up against like a tangent. Oh man. And let's go through these things. Emrakul, okay, yeah, it's all right, but look at that. You can see when the art gets down past the type line, it just fades into the normal frame or the border. Eldrazi cards were already kind of full art to begin with. I don't know, I think these might be actually less full art. Same thing with Karn. He's even worse. Like, you can tell that the artwork it's not really extended. It's just resized to be bigger and then kind of faded out on the edges. These are so poorly done. Oh man, I hate these things. Why is it so hard for them to make good looking promos and stuff like that? They all look just cheap. And not to mention a lot of these things. Mikaeus, is that a valuable card? I don't think so. Who wants Mikaeus? I don't want Mikaeus. Tassiger? Nobody wants him. Balefire Dragon. Since when was that ever good? You're putting like, what, bulk mythics in this $14 a pack set? Really? And an Eternal Witness? That's one of your promos, an uncommon? How many of those do I have? I think that's like a Marauding Block card, right? Life from Alone, I already got some of those. Noble Hierarchs. Man, the greens really don't look flattering with that frame. Look at that, the frame is still there. The border is still there, except for the edges of the picture. Because they didn't extend the art, they just blew it up a little bit. Oh, that's so lazy. Vengefine always looks cool, at least. Is it? I remember back in the day it was expensive, but I feel like Vengefine has probably fallen in price quite a bit these days. Lord of Extinction? I don't remember that really being all that expensive. Is that just another bulk mythic? I don't know. I know I have an invocation version of that one. Maelstrom Pulse, Sigarda, Fulminator Mage, Kitchen Finks, another uncommon that they bumped up to a quote mythic promo. Engineered Explosive. No, that's actually an expensive one. Man of All, Platinum, and there's another one. I don't remember anyone caring about Platinum Empyrean. It dies really easy. It's not like it's not a super powerful card last I checked. The Manlands are pretty good. Caracas is an expensive one. Or Borg. So that's about it. This is like the biggest cash grab they've ever engaged in. Absolutely, absolutely. No question about it. The fact that there's no new cards in this. There's no design work that goes into this. I don't think there's any new art. Maybe there's a handful of new artworks they stuck in. But these promo cards, all they did was blow the artwork up and fade it out. It's so lazy. And then to price it at 14 bucks a pack. Jeez. What the hell is wrong with them? I don't get it. But anyways, here I was kind of worried that they might be getting back on track with the, you know, the box toppers and stuff like that. But, you know, I guess not. I guess they're going to keep shoving their foot into their mouth and stepping in their own crap as they go along. So, hey, if you're a Magic player and you're tired of this, keep an eye on my channel. Follow me on Twitter. I've got like I mentioned at the beginning of the game, or not the game, the video, I've got a project of my own in the works that's just a living card game or an expandable card game, whatever you want to call it. It's non-randomized, it's heavily inspired by Magic, and it's going to need some support later on. So if you want to check out the development of that and follow along with me and just see what I've got going on for when I actually get around to getting the artwork and probably launch a crowdfunding campaign for it, please do check that out. Because, you know, even if you want Magic to go back to being good and don't want to dump it, they need a competitor. And I'm doing what I can to give them that. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave me some feedback. What do you think about these boosters? Would you be willing to dump Wizards of the Coast if an alternative came along that was like Magic? Tell me what you think, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.